trains run out of track. Won't be no.
The blistering sun has scared even birds into the shade. But a middle-aged woman and a young couple are still collecting scraps of cotton that the machinery missed. With a ragged voice, the older woman calls to you. Got any water?
Sure.
The three of them rush over to you, suddenly reanimated. They pass around your canteen. When you get it back, it's empty. The woman squeezes your hand and sighs with relief. Sweetest thing I ever tasted, she tells you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. A tiny motor mouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside the store. The boy listens raptly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. She's telling about the headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow. You try to hide your surprise. It's the story of the rider in the woods. The version the girl must have heard is embellished, to say the least. But hey, it's a good story.
It's a good story.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's talk to Dupree again.
Yep, might as well.
Maybe she'll want something other than exciting stories.
I always knew you'd come loping back my way and catch me checking for marks. How you been, traveler? I'm afraid I got myself in some damn tight spots since we last made bets with each other. It's the way of the world. You give too much, someone gonna take away too much. Just don't mind me if I seem like I'm wincing. It ain't you. It's just love making its way to hell. Come over. Come sit. Hey, got any exciting stories?
Oh.
Like the movies?
Okay, yeah. I forgot what the hell was exciting. I think, ooh, here, we could do this one.
Okay. Don't think it's exciting, but that's fine.
Yeah, you never know.
Honey
Yeah.
Girls is the stuff
Oh,
I
damn.
live on. That one will keep me going.
Hell yeah.
I am home, friend. Do you know what it's like to be your own home? I am it. You can see the windows into the loft, the tools I use to fix the shelves of my life. And when I look out each morning, the lawn is different as I fan out the cards. Hey, got any exciting
God damn.
stories? Like
Okay.
the movies?
Okay, more exciting
He
stories.
just wants fun, exciting stories.
No, none of that. What do we got over here? No. No. Those are scary. Oh, the creepy people from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that might be exciting.
Yeah. No. Oh,
Nope, scary.
Okay, that's scary.
To be self-sufficient. To be indulged that once, you know? I've been thinking about this one pinko that came by the creek recently. He said that an uneven life was manufactured. That it didn't always have to be peaks and troughs. That evening it out was a way it could be. I think about that for a long time. Is it best to be in a slow-moving river all the time? And never have your heart in your mouth at the rapids? Hey, got any exciting
Oh my God.
stories? Like the
Ma'am.
movies?
Dupree, come on. No.
We can't tell her her own story. Weird.
Maybe one of these? This guy? No, that's not thrilling.
No.
That's sad. Alright, let's try this guy.
Okay.
The crazy cannibal who stabbed me. Yeah, I have a lot of
The
scary
things
stories.
He promised me. It was like the world was looking into my soul and offering them on a plate. And maybe I bought into it because he was like me. Crooked, playing the customers. He would count until he knew he could make a deal with me. It's possible he's still out there, loving me in a bathtub of money I made him. I close my eyes and remember that squint he had, like, "What you looking at, Miss Dupree?" And me like, "Oh, I just like looking." Got any stories with ghosts?
Yeah,
or
okay, I can do that.
murderers or blood or something like that?
Alright, let's do the twins.
Yep.
God damn, you're giving me the chills, sweetheart.
Alright.
Feelings are sort of prison, ain't they? Sometimes I look at you and find myself liking you. But I don't trust you, sweetheart, and there's the game between us.
I mean, you shouldn't trust me. I'm a giant skeleton.
The game is always between us, pushing us away from each other, this big checkers board. If I wanted you, I could never tell you. That's the way the game works. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Okay. No. I feel like we have at least another scary one. These are
Light
sad.
from the sky near Richmond.
That might be
Is that
thrilling.
sad? Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, the deer? Or was that sad?
The deer is sad.
Okay.
I think the little boy who ran away with his father is sad too.
Yeah.
Creepy Mill.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. I don't think I'll ever go back to my family. I think about it sometimes. I remember the smell of the coffee my mom brewed on the stove. Thick and burnt brown. And then I think about her face when I walk through the door. Disheveled. A mugshot. A half smile and nothing to give her or say. And I think, Dupree, she'd be happier if she didn't look on a hustler for a daughter. And the night's ending. I see a lot more of these sunrises than I ought to, I think. But it's beautiful, so it can't be all harm, can it?
Ah.
I was recently spending a lot of time out late with that boy, which I regret. But what can you do? Nothing but move on, and hold some scorn for yourself in your pocket till you learn your lesson. Keep an eye out if you find yourself nearby.
Alright, I guess she's just hanging around Florida
We can talk
forever.
again, sweetheart.
Yep.
Share another bottle, and maybe play some cards.
Alright.
Bye, Dupree. We're
before-
not going back to Miami.
No, we're not going to Miami yet because we need more exciting stories because that's what she needs apparently.
Yep.
Alright, this is north. Okay. Oh,
Oh, another story.
our story grew again.
Which one grew?
You shear this bus stop with an old man who shifts from foot to foot, thumbing his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focus. Hey, he blurts suddenly, turning towards you. Want to hear a good story? With the air of a man who's distracting himself from something, he stumbles quickly through a tale about the bushwhacker's vengeful ghost, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, adding new details out of order. You barely piece the story together. Wait a second. You suddenly realize that he's told you a twisted version of the story about the wounded soldier, but massively changed with whole new chunks you don't remember. It's true, the old man insists, turning his wincing eyes back toward the road. And with that, the conversation seems over. Okay, he just came over, just like an old man. He came over to tell me his story, got it wrong, and then tottered off.
We all know old men like that.
Yeah, my dad was one of them.
Oh.
Used to be like, Dad, what's the point of this story? And he didn't know. What is this?
Had to share it.
Yeah.
The shanty sits on the shore like a lie on a con man's tongue.
Whoa.
at those
Crowded with
Crocs.
thick-spined trees.
Look at the people.
There's an old man on its porch and a child and what looks like 1,000 alligators knotted across the property. My love's being stubborn, sighs a voice behind you.
Holy shit.
Washed in the half-life, the voice's owner is a certain strange shade of handsome. He leans a shoulder against a tree, smiles at you. You gotta help me talk some sense into her. All I need is 5 minutes. She won't let me through.
So, agree is the tower. Tell him to do it himself is something else. I think we should tell him to do it himself.
Yeah, do it yourself, buddy.
That look on his face, it could strike down God from their hallowed halls. He exhales, a thin cut of noise, before he dips his chin. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I should. Maybe I should tell her sorry like I should have done 10,000 years ago.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
Well,
I'll help.
Come on, then. He crooks a finger at you, and then nimbly, he prowls up to the borders of the house, picking his way through the alligators. Woman, come out of your house now.
No!
A voice ricochets through the air, wry and wreathed in warning. Ain't nothing good'll come of that. At the reprimand, the man turns to you, questioning look, cocked.
Sing? Let's sing.
Okay.
You open your mouth. What comes out isn't a word, but the note of a song you've not been taught. At the noise, the gators twitch like you'd run barbed wire along their bellies.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Go home and leave the gators, says a voice from inside. You ain't wanted here.
Sing more.
I guess
You
that's
know
all we can
that's
do.
not how it's done. When a man loves a woman, she stays with him forever.
Wrong.
Now you come out now, for my friend sings a bayou down to his death. The man and child do nothing. You keep singing. All three of you cut loose from personal choice.
Okay. We continue to
A
sing.
woman emerges. Blunt black hair, hungry eyes, face full of warning. This ain't your fight, stranger, she tells you gauzily, storm cloud eyes holding your own. Suddenly, your throat's your own again. Leave.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
She nods at you, gratitude in the curve of her mouth. Whatever you hear, don't turn around. Her concern proves unfounded. The alligators prove surprisingly quiet about their business.
Oh, someone got 8. Bye.
Bye. It's just a swamp witch. It's fine.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with swamp witches. They're great.
No, she's just out there living her life, and this jackass is like, but I love you, baby. You gotta come on and suck my dick and stuff.
Well, I don't think he said that.
I love you so much. I need you to do the sex with me?
There we go. Probably better.
Probably.
Okay, what do we got over here?
Electric lamps stipple the cotton field before you with an orange light, moving like a group of lethargic fireflies. From the field, the voices of the workers reach you in a soulful, united song.
That first sentence.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're gently lulled to sleep as the song floats over you. And oh, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. And oh, Lordy, pick a bale a day. You're pulled out of your slumber by a woman's pained scream and a collection of shouts rising from the field.
Focus on the noise.
The woman's
And maybe a hero.
screams taper off, soon replaced by the raw cries of an infant. Applause briefly fills the night, eventually fading back into song.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh, Lordy.
Okay, well, there are worse reasons to scream.
Okay.
Sounds like she just, popped out a baby. It's
Gentle
fine.
crescendo of the worker's song. Unsure if it ever ceased at all.
Okay. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, it might be a money opportunity.
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Huge storm. This farmer gasps, pointing to the clouded horizon. We gotta get the produce indoors before the fields wash out. Can you help? You and his family strip the fields of vegetables. When the rain hits, you're all safe inside. And you've got some coins in your pocket. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go to Tallahassee.
We've made it. We're here.
Tallahassee's in the Panhandle, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, there's Georgia.
Yeah, okay.
He's small for his age. Boy of 13 or so, sitting on an upturned bucket by the side of a tiny wedge of farmland. The dog, as though by contrast, is massive, an enormous yellow-brown mutt. He's called Rover, the boy explains.
Paul says he can't come with us.
No. Where?
West.
You notice the Model A truck on the yard, piled high with furnishings and trunks and bags and knots of rope.
Yeah,
to
this is
tie it all
Depression era, I
together.
think.
And upon all that, too, yet more dust and grit.
Paul says it has to be better.
Well, why can't Rover
With
go?
one toe tip, he scratches a parabola on the dead, dry ground.
Paul says we can't afford to feed Rover no more.
You can't tell where the blonde of the dog's coat ends and the omnipresent dust begins. Same goes for the boy's hair.
Will you take him?
Yeah, I want to take the dog.
Let's take a dog.
Rover follows you eagerly after you feed him the tiniest sliver of jerky.
Free dog!
But a few hours later, he snaps to attention, as though hearing some distant noise your ears can't catch. The last you see of him are the markings left by his dirty pelt on the leaves. of the
No!
underbrush.
I wanted a free dog.
Well, he is free now.
But I wanted a free dog to own.
Oh,
After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, he takes a different tack. You look like someone who likes a good story, he wheezes. Try this one on for size.
well, why, thank you.
After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the trickster who lures humans with magic stones. It sounds a lot like the story of the girl with the strange stones, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise he's apparently expecting. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Let's move on. Time to mosey.
A sign in town says a farmer is hiring for the sugarcane harvest. A bag-eyed man drives you and 10 hungry strangers out into the cane, where he leaves you. Everyone gets a hatchet, but no instruction. The foreman is missing for some reason. Nobody is sure what to
Rise
do.
up and attack capitalism.
A young man.
We all have
in a red
hatchets. They
jacket
can't do
stuffs
anything.
All the hatchets in his pack. This is stupid, he says. I'm leaving. You can get $5 for a nice axe like this. He marches off into the cane, and others follow. Don't! A young woman shouts after them.
It's not right.
No, you know what? She's right.
She's right.
The thief left some hatchets behind. So you and the 3 chumps left start chopping cane. It's brutal work. None of you know what you're doing.
Keep going.
The girl calls. Her hands are bleeding, and her face is bright with sweat. Soon, her cane is piled high.
Chop, chop, chop.
Sometime after noon, the truck rolls up with a boozy foreman riding shotgun. Good work, he croaks. The girl wipes her blood-pinked hands on her apron to take her pay, but doesn't notice the crumpled body in the back of the truck.
Oh, God.
The hatchets heaped beside it.
Oh, well, he got his. Sucks to be that guy.
Yep.
Alright,
Well, you know, as they say on Reddit, fuck around and find out.
yep.
There's a couple to the left.
Oh, there it is, yeah. I see. I almost walked by them. Nope, more money opportunities. It's First Communion, looks like, and the photographers are struggling to keep up with the flow of family photos outside the church. Can you write? They demand. For hours, you scribble names, take notes, and keep the line orderly. For an afternoon's work, it pays very well.
Nice.
Yeah. I got a job. I'm a skellyman with a job.
Aw, yeah. An honest day's work.
A family of 9 invites you into their home for a meal. Hogs roam free in the yard. They wallow in shady patches of cool mud, not paying any mind as you pass.
Let's eat with the family.
During supper,
Yeah.
the hard wind puts an awful burden on the walls. The glass dishes rumble on the table, but the mother seems calm.
Can't butcher a hog in these parts without me, Ma, hollering for pig's feet.
Ghosts?
Ghosts?
That's Tower, right?
That's a star.
Oh, Star. What do you think? I feel like we have a lot of ghosts.
Yeah, let's ask if we could share.
Okay.
The mother's heavy sigh gives you the impression her children ask this often.
Me, Ma, wants more pig's feet. Heaven can provide.
Bye now.
Okay.
Ooh, Montgomery. Montgomery, Alabama.
Alabama?
Alabama.
Don't think that's how it's pronounced.
That's how I'm pronouncing it.
Oh, okay. You've decided.
I've decided. We're in Alabama now.
His smile lights up the room, or rather the cab of the locomotive. Folks gather round as he holds the pull cord. He's a showman through and through.
You'll want to cover your ears now for this next part.
Sure doesn't help much. Engineer pulls that chain and the whistle blasts inside your skull. He just smiles through it all. Man must be half deaf.
Darnation.
A round of applause erupts from the small crowd. He passes out bubble gum to the shell-shocked kids. Half of them in awe, half in tears.
Get shuffled on.
Remember now who gets you there on the advertised. Casey Jones.
Casey Jones?
Casey
Everyone's
Jones.
all talk as they head back to their seats.
What are you doing here? Where are the
That
Ninja
engineer
Turtles?
Sure is handsome. Gosh. And that whistle sounded just like a whippoorwill, didn't it? Ain't this the way to travel?
So what's the business with the whippoorwills? I apparently found 3 of them.
I guess there's just 3 stories that include whippoorwills.
Faded shotgun houses sit in rows under the tall shadows of smokestacks. A worker in full uniform hollers from a porch. Hey, traveler, join me inside. Got some literature here.
Oh, you got some
Union.
literature.
As you shut the door, the man glances out the window and draws the shades. Landlord toss you out? Ha, don't mind me, it's none of my business. He pries up a floorboard with a crowbar.
This guy sounds like Clint McElroy.
Glance over the man's shoulder.
Oh, whippoorwills are apparently omens of death.
Oh.
Interesting.
Canned goods, a pile of leaflets, the wood stock of a rifle. He replaces the board and stands.
Bye.
He hands you a can of whole potatoes.
Whoa, whole
and a
potatoes.
leaflet which reads, "No evictions, no fascists, no hunger." Headed back to the shop, but we'll have a Bible meet soon.
I travel around.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Careful in those boxcars, traveler, and take care of your neighbor.
Thanks for these
Okay.
potatoes.
Thanks for this can of potats. Which way is
So-
okay, north.
Loop says, according to Wikipedia, a New England legend says the whippoorwill can sense a soul departing and can capture it as it flees.
Huh.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest train station? I want to see if I can start heading up north again.
Well, follow the tracks.
Well, wait, we got stuff over here first.
Yeah.
I feel like this is Death Stranding.
Mm,
In a way.
maybe a little.
Need a sixth.
She told you, beckoning from the steps of a great dark mansion.
Seance,
And
seance.
just like that, you found yourself sitting with strangers around a velvet draped table. Her voice is reedy and high, modulated by the tight collar of her Victorian dress.
Join hands, everyone.
Your host keeps her eyes closed.
We're hosting a
as she
seance and a
sees
skeleton
the
sits down.
spirits of the dead.
It's fine.
But everyone else around the table lets one lingering, awkward glance bounce around between them. You sense they're just about done humoring her when it happens. A deep, nasty thump beneath the table.
Oh god, it's Grandpa coming back from hell!
The whole table starts to shake, threatening to lift right off the ground.
Looks like you were right.
Then, the staid
Oh my
candle
God.
flames start flickering like mad, casting ghastly shadows on the wall.
I was joking!
And then, a viciously cold wind cuts through the parlor like sharpened ice.
Hey, keep holding on!
Yeah, gotta keep holding on.
The candles are dancing in midair around you now, singeing a hair here and there off the coiffed heads of these well-heeled guests. You notice your host across the table has her eyes open wider than they should go. A rivulet of blood dripping from her nose.
Keep holding!
When you come to your senses, sunrise has begun to creep in. The parlor is empty, but for you and the woman in the old-fashioned dress, who slumped dejectedly over the table.
He didn't show up. All that sound and fury, and no sign of his spirit.
Man, when this story gets passed around, they're gonna be summoning a demon and like 30 people will be dead and they're gonna blame Dungeons and Dragons.
Hell yeah.
Did we go?
Hey,
Did we go?
I think we
Atlanta?
missed Atlanta.
Did we wander right by Atlanta?
I think we did because we were so desperate for a town. We wandered all the way to
No
Miami.
fence, gate, or sign marks the entrance to the cemetery. Just a moment ago, you weren't surrounded by graves, and now you are. How long have you been stepping on dead folks, fully unaware?
I mean, pretty much constantly.
It's fine. They don't care. They're dead.
A wood board, bleached white, unknown. The word was painted on black by a steady hand, each letter signed with a flourish. Whoever made this memorial had more compassion than money.
I'm gonna hold a moment of silence.
Yeah.
You're already quiet, so maybe it's silly. But you instill that silence with intent. What else could someone do?
We could be still.
A sparrow calls. Seems birds don't have much respect for the dead.
You dicks.
You
Dickhead
notice
birds.
the grave marker isn't dug into the ground, just propped up on a tree.
Straighten that shit out.
It's nicer now. But unmoored as these markers are, this grave in front of this tree, does this memorial even belong to it?
Sounds like it's not my problem. Move on.
Wow.
What? I'm not the person who did this. I tried to help. I did what I could.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to Atlanta.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Explore. Atlanta. Atlanta's suffering, you can tell. Even before this depression got started, crops were failing and farms were closing. Now, everyone's looking desperate. Let's explore!
Find
Let's
yourself
explore.
in a poker game on the 3rd floor of the Winecoff Hotel. Sometimes these things just happen.
Sure, they just fucking happen.
The man with the burned face to your left
Jesus!
never gave his name.
Alright,
I don't
old
think
bird
it's
face.
Jesus.
The smiling man seated on your right. You ain't got the stomach. I killed men for lessons in that pot.
Have a good night, Loop.
Smiler plays on and takes the hand. The burned man bares his teeth.
Deal.
This hand comes down to the burned man and Smiler. Walk away, boy, says the burned man. Smiler drops his grin. I ain't your boy, Roy.
And I'm not your buddy, pal.
Smiler outplays Roy again, and a new hand comes around.
Let's take a look at my
You've got
cards.
an okay hand. Not a world beater, but not nothing.
Yeah, but the last time I played, I got roped into this. But you know what? What's the worst that could happen to me?
Sure.
You play your hand well.
We lose the money.
Push Smiler into folding. You scrape a good number of chips into your pile. Roy's preoccupied and has to be nudged into dealing.
Roy, get your shit in the game.
You finally hit a decent hand.
Make it count.
Roy is still staring at Smiler. What'd you say your name was?
I didn't, but it's Jackson.
Jackson, repeats Roy.
I knew a Jackson once.
There's a fierce look in Roy's eye.
Let's see him.
You play your hand well, but Smiler has you beat.
Damn it, Smiler.
He takes the lion's share of the chips on the table. Roy cashes out and slips away. You play a few more rounds, but that hand practically sewed up the game.
Okay.
As
Womp
you leave
womp.
the hotel, you smell smoke. You cross the street and look up. Flames have engulfed the 3rd floor, where you played the game.
Ha! I lit it on fire because I
The
lost.
fire spreads hungrily. People are leaning out of windows on the floors above, but you can't see any way to help.
Haha! Arson! Well, I'm gonna earn some money.
Yep. We lost it all.
You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. I'm gonna look for work.
Okay.
Surely someone can employ a 30-foot tall skeleton. It starts to rain in the kind of torrential, tree-stripping way that only happens once or twice a year. Everyone scrambles for cover, but one guy stays out in the street. A fellow with a bale of bent and lopsided umbrellas. 10 cents each, he hollers. What an opportunist. The rain has soaked him through, but he's doing a roaring trade. Hey, he tells you, go run around on the main shopping streets and pick up all the umbrellas you see, okay? People sometimes drop them when they blow inside out. I'll pay. I'm in.
Okay.
Did I just lose health too?
I think so, yeah.
He's right. There are umbrellas scattered all up and down the street like fallen birds. You gather up an armful and the umbrella seller buys them off you for a couple of coins. The next morning, though, your throat is hoarse and your nose is running like a faucet. Damn it. I'm a skeleton! How did I get sick?
I know, right?
Ugh, whatever. I got money and I'm alright. Alright, bye.
Bye, Atlanta.
Bye, Atlanta, you suck. Where's our... Oh, okay, those are stories. Let's see.
We can go west to meet some new people.
Is that someone over there? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Oh, there was someone over in Georgia, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's hit whoever this is in Georgia.
Okay.
And I think we call it there.
That sounds good.
Okay. Which way? I gotta go east. Okay, it's this way.
You can see the fire way
Yeah.
off in the distance.
Yeah, I see it. Let me know if you see any other stories because I'm focused on whistling.
Sure. Well, it looks like there are 2 stories on the way to the campfire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, back in Savannah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we passed those because we were so desperate for
For a food.
food
Yeah.
because we got stabbed by a Confederate zombie.
Yep. We got knifed.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is one of ours, I think.
Yep.
The policeman in the truck on his corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No! He keeps saying, no way! You listen in as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the deer which chose death over enslavement.
Wait a second.
Wait. That's not how that went. I swear this is what happened. The cop over the radio insists. That's when it clicks. You know this story. It's a stranger version of the story of the white deer, but with some bits left out or replaced. Ain't true. The cop in the truck sighs. If only he knew.
Lol.
Lol. The
doing now?
The noble is deer.
Ah. Death over enslavement.
The cave is really a man-made hole breaching into an earthen mound. The man, khakis dirty by kneeling on the rough earth, has assembled a macabre little pile of skulls to the side.
What are you doing?
What
Skull pile.
Skull pile. Duh.
Readying these for sale, friend.
Oh.
He wipes his hands on his pants.
This pile of skulls, clearly claimed from his enemies by an Indian chieftain, would be perfect for any cabinet of curiosities or sideshow attraction.
Okay. But no.
These skulls belong to no one. They're just here, lying under this mound, waiting for an enterprising soul to make something of them. Isn't this what America's all about?
I mean, yeah, I guess technically, land theft and colonialism and all that.
Grave robbing and capitalism.
Yeah.
I feel like somewhere along the way we lost the thread about what America's really about.
Little sunlight reaches that deep in, but you can still see the skeletal remains, their heads carelessly removed, laying neatly in their excavated resting places, each one lovingly surrounded by stone effigies, earthenware, and copper plates in the shape of winged warriors.
I'm threatening this man.
We're a giant skelly man.
Yeah,
these are our people.
These are our people. Get your hands off me, mates. Threaten the man.
You pause and consider this small man, greedily arranging someone's remains as though they were a trinket for a mantelpiece.
Ooh.
Do we tell? I think we make up a ghost story.
I think so too.
Let's leverage what we do best.
Mm-hmm. We are a storyteller.
And at the very end, we pull off our meat face and scream at him in skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crude and ridiculous. But he's a crude and ridiculous man. You have him run off the mound, sworn never to tell of what he's seen, for fear of monsters and ghosts. It's a small thing, but a kindness you hope.
Man, it's a good thing people in this time are stupid.
I know, right?
Alright.
So many stories.
So many stories.
Afternoon!
Afternoon!
Fish nods.
Oh, that's a... Whoa!
He swings his catch over his shoulder, grunting with effort. Got a big one today. Gonna eat it while it's fresh. They're welcome to join me. There's plenty to go around. He climbs off the jetty and lays the body on a large rock.
Watch morbidly.
He works with practiced efficiency. To remove the shirt, the fish cradles the body in his arms. When he removes
This
the man's
surprisingly buff
trousers
fish.
and underwear, the gesture he uses to lift the corpse's hips is almost intimate. It seems the fish is taking care to not cause bruising. The fish trims the man's hair, head, chest, groin, even legs. Then he stabs the knife into the man's chest, leaning hard to force it open.
Ugh.
The bones part with a crack. Fish guts the corpse and tosses away the offal. You gonna help me get it on the fire?
I mean, I kind of want to, because that would make a fucking crazy story.
I am morbidly curious, yes.
You prop the body up while the fish skewers it on a rough spear. The corpse sags in your arms like a drunk. Together, you lay the body over a pit of hot coals. Its flesh sizzles. There's a sharp, sour smell, swiftly overwhelmed by the odors of cooked fat.
Breathe in the hearty aromas.
Okay,
We're going-
in for a penny, in for a pound.
We're going for full nightmare fuel with this story.
Tantalizing, isn't it? The smell alone makes me famished. The fish rolls his eyes in a melodramatic expression of desire. He flips the body over and tests it with a fork. This bit's ready. Want some?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, we're doing this.
The flesh is chewy
Oh, I got health
Oh
back.
no.
and oozes flavor. It is the sweetest of savory dishes. The warmth trickles down your throat and stokes your hunger. This is a meal that leaves the diner craving, not sated. Don't rush it, the fish warns. You'll get hiccups.
That's the worst thing that'll happen. Yes. Well, that's a hell of a story. I hope someone wants nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who we got. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Evening there. You looking for a sermon or just a chat? Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation.
Okay.
Ain't as one-sided as you might think, either. Preachers ain't shepherds. They're cowboys. They gotta run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in. So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna guide you down to
My
Nightmare
journey's
Town.
pretty ordinary.
I love this
Just walking
character.
Church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Adventures? Yes.
Let me tell you about this fish who cooked a man.
I think so adventures, maybe the storm with the gigantic bird. That sounds like an adventure.
Yeah, that's an adventure story.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute. Home? Never had a home. Not the way y'all talk about it anyway. Pops and I had a little trailer for the summer he was wrestling in Atlanta. But otherwise, it was a new floor every week. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story?
Oh.
I've heard some good ones.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. So let me tell you. Where's Fish? I need to find me some fish.
We might have collected enough stories that we have to swap them out now.
No! I didn't know we had to do that. Alright, well, he wants scary, so... I'm going to tell him about the twins.
Okay.
Twins or Jersey Devil?
We've only told Jersey Devil once, so let's tell Jersey Devil again.
Yeah.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet.
Haha! I'm made of bones.
Sadness? No. Preacher ain't allowed to be sad, except for a certain sort of sadness. You understand?
No.
We have to be salve. We have to lift up the community, challenge injustice. Folks like me can't be sad for ourselves when it's the congregation that really hurts. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Well, I told you about the Thunderbird. There should have been another one. Oh, this one. The lights in the sky near Richmond.
Well, that ended with somebody walking into the ocean.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's exciting?
Ooh, the seance? That might be scary.
That might be scary.
Let's see what else we got. Thirsty cotton pickers. Grave robber. That's exciting.
Okay. I guess we'll find out.
That's how it is, huh? Well, maybe you ain't seen as much of this world as I have.
That doesn't tell... What kind of a story was that?
Choice? Doing right? Well, it's a struggle for all of us, sure. And I do my part to help.
Okay.
But the golden rule ain't only about the fire and the brimstone. It's about facing your neighbor, looking them in the eye.
No one
and
wants to
being
hear a
just.
happy story.
If
I
you
know,
look
right?
the neighbor you wounded in the eye and say, I don't care what I did to you, that's when you really, truly are a damned soul. I see a lot of damned souls these days. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Oh my god, adventures. Okay.
More adventure. Casey Jones might be a thrilling story.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
a pretty wild life. You know that?
I do know that. I'm a skeleton.
I travel. Moving's in my blood. Pops traveled all over the rest. And even after I stepped out on my own, I kept moving. I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles. I even... Paris. I even been to Paris.
Yep, nope, that's everywhere. Literally everywhere in the world. You did it. You went to all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places.
Yep.
I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles. I even...
Oh, no.
You know any story that brings a person hope?
Oh.
Something I can tell to my congregation.
Okay, Hope.
Oh, a hopeful story.
That's
Maybe the
brothers.
praying women?
Oh, the praying women works. Yeah, where were they? Here we go. This one.
There they are. Yeah, in the star.
Are you sure you ain't the preacher here? That was a good...
Aha!
Ha ha!
We all got faith. Every day we stride out into the world, that's faith. Faith that our time alive is limited, and that we must act during our hours and minutes on earth. Faith that what we do matters at all. We all got faith, see? It's just a matter of whether or not we got belief.
We got belief.
Well, I gotta get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning, and the church is a long night of walking that way.
Man, everyone's just hanging out like up in like on the East Coast here.
No, they're not.
No, close to that.
I mean, certain characters have certain, like, areas of the states they kind of haunt.
That's the only
Like
way you'll
Dupree
find
apparently
the whole
never
city.
leaves Florida.
Yep.
All right, we met Jimmy.
And we told him some good stories.
Did. Okay. So
All right.
let's
So you enjoying the game, Ant?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm not gonna hit begin anew.
No.
Does it autosave?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm really enjoying this. I like the stories. I think they're really cool. I think when we pick this up again on Thursday, I'm gonna start going to some more like the wild choices to see what we get.
Okay.
But like,
Okay.
I liked the cannibal fish. That was fun.
That was amazing.
That was a thing. But
it
yeah.
sure was.
So with that, I mean, I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad we're gonna pick this up again on Thursday.
Heck yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hey, if you see it now down on the overlay, if you want to follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky. On Twitter we're Receivable. On Blue Sky we're Occults Receivable. You can follow me. I'm at Tamazmataz. Theresa here is Tiny Kiwi Studios on Blue Sky. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Good night.